Malaga and Barcelona could not be more different. Except for having some very basic features in common, they pretty much differ in every other aspect. The short list of commonalities include being located on the Mediterranean coast and both being a part of the wonderful kingdom that is Spain. However, the similarities basically end there. Can they really be that different, you may wonder? Well, let's start with the language, which they don't have in common. You see, the main language in Malaga is Castilian Spanish, which in general terms is what is understood worldwide when saying Spanish, whereas they in Barcelona speak Catalan. Although Castilian Spanish also exists as an official language in Barcelona, when you are out and about, you will probably hear a lot of Catalan spoken. And for example, if you want to go to Spain to learn Spanish or speak the Spanish you already know, you may be pretty confused if you go to Barcelona, as Catalan is pretty similar to Spanish, but at the same time a completely different language. Another big difference is the size of Malaga compared to that of Barcelona. Malaga is considerably smaller than Barcelona, in fact more or less 3 times smaller, which in the opinion of many results in a very different atmosphere and feeling. This is entirely a matter of subjectivity, whether one prefers the big city atmosphere, which is more present in Barcelona, or if you prefer a smaller and perhaps cuter city that is Malaga. In Barcelona, you are more likely to get an international and metropolitan feel, with skyscrapers and business running at a high pace, whereas Malaga in this context represents a more laid-back and perhaps slightly more traditional vibe. And although both cities have Mediterranean beaches, in the opinion of most people, Barcelona has far better, wide and long beaches than Malaga city. That doesn't mean that there are no good beaches near Malaga, just that the beaches in the city aren't the best. But hey, you don't have to travel far outside of the city to find other options. Maybe some will disagree here, so let me know in the comments if you've been to a Malaga beach, such as the Malagueta, and disagree with this. Now let's turn our focus to our wallets, because if you want to go for the budget option here, it is worth noting that Malaga is significantly cheaper than Barcelona. If you're looking to spend a few days there, you may not notice a big difference, but if you're going for a longer trip or thinking to relocate to either city, it is worth noting that something like restaurants are 30% more expensive in Barcelona, and rent prices as well, coming in at 40% higher compared to Malaga. This pattern continues throughout most other things that you can buy with money. Moving on to the weather, because there are also some differences here. Malaga has milder winters and is one of the sunniest destinations in Europe, with an average of 320 days of sun per year. You are also less likely to run into a rain cloud in Malaga during summer, as there are almost 3 months of no rain. On the other hand, if you're in the mood for a swim, you will on average find warmer waters at the beach in Barcelona, unless that is, you want to go for a swim in winter, in which case Malaga is the warmer option. Personally, I love going in the water year-round in Malaga. It does get a bit cold in February and January, but hey, that's also a part of the experience. With regards to getting to and from these cities, they are both well connected, but in a slightly different way. Barcelona has a well-connected train station with frequent connections to France and Madrid, for example. In Malaga, the situation is a bit different. There is a fast connection to Madrid and other places in Andalusia, but in general, the rails in this part of the country aren't necessarily your best bet. Either way, riding the train in Spain is not exactly affordable, but thankfully almost everywhere is connected with buses. Both cities offer well-connected airports, and maybe especially Malaga has a great airport given its size, but to be fair, it does also cater to a large tourism audience on the Costa del Sol area. Alright, we of course cannot talk about Barcelona without briefly mentioning the political climate. Barcelona, which is located in the Catalonian region, has made several attempts at becoming an independent nation, and thus leaving Spain as a country behind. Although those attempts haven't been successful yet, it does inevitably send a signal that some people in this area do not consider themselves a part of Spain in the same way that most inhabitants in Malaga do, where there's no real separationist movement present. This may not be as obvious when visiting the cities except for the obvious language part, but if you want to obtain a deeper understanding of these cities and the differences, this aspect most definitely speaks to a significant difference in culture and self-perceived national identity. Other interesting facts include Malaga having a higher unemployment rate, coming in at 19% compared to Barcelona with only 12%, these being 2021 numbers. And Barcelona has higher salaries, but a lower on average purchasing power than the Malagueños down in the south. One thing is sure though, Spain is a really nice place to be, and that is true for both Barcelona and Malaga. Thank you so much for watching this comparison today. You are very welcome to subscribe to my channel and like the video if you want to help me produce more content. You can also go find me on Instagram if you want to see more from my daily life in Spain and my travels. Thank you for joining me here at a beautiful beach near Malaga as I am just about to go for a swim. So see you in the next video.